So good evening to each one of you. Now I would be presenting my screen. Just wait. Okay, fine. So now we can start our today's class. Today we would be having the class till 7 p.m. only because I have another class from 7. Okay, so just first let me confirm if my screen is visible to you people. Whether my screen is visible? Can anyone please confirm if... Okay, fine. Thank you, Shashti. ठीक है. Okay, fine. So till yesterday, we have reached till this particular point wherein we discussed about Swami Dayanand Saraswati and his contribution with respect to socio-religious reform movement in India. Okay, fine. So now for today, we would be venturing into the next aspect, that is uh, a city-based current affairs, which is important for you. It is a particular city from Uttar Pradesh, which has been designated as Creative City of Gastronomy. So many times in the assistant commandant examination, CPF examination, the UPSC have asked regarding the creative city of gastronomy. Even though the UPSC have not asked this particular thing till now in the actual prelims examination of the civil services, but all those things which somewhere or other have got asked previously in the CPF or assistant commandant or CDS examination, that becomes important for you because at the end of the day, those questions are being framed by the UPSC itself. Okay. Now, what was the current recent news is all about? Recently, UNESCO, the full form of UNESCO is United Nations Education Social Cultural Organization. Its 43 conference had taken place in Samarkand in Uzbekistan. Now, if you would be looking toward the historical aspect, medieval India, please remember the Samarkand, this particular place is quite famous because it is the same place from where the people like Babar and all, okay, Babar, who was responsible for starting the Mughal dynasty in India. So the Babar and all, they came India from this particular place called as Samarkand. So this particular place, it is in Uzbekistan. For the prelims point of view, please remember the location of the Uzbekistan. So suppose this is India. I'm just roughly drawing it. So here somewhere you would be finding this particular country called as Uzbekistan, just above the Afghanistan. So that you need to remember. So what has happened recently in the General Conference of UNESCO, which took place in Samarkand in Uzbekistan, Lucknow, the city of Nawab in India, because as you know, Lucknow is very famous with respect to the Nawabs and all. During the time of Awadh as a princely state, the Lucknow was quite famous. I'm talking about the modern India. Okay, so Lucknow has been designated as creative city of gastronomy. Now, what does it mean by gastronomy? Is that particular city which is famous with respect to the food item, specific food item, like Hyderabad. So Hyderabad, if you would be visiting the Hyderabad, you might be knowing Hyderabad is quite famous with respect to Hyderabadi biryani and all. So similarly, once you would be visiting the Lucknow, Lucknow is also famous with respect to the royal food, street food and all. Like here you can see the Awadhi cuisine. Awadhi is nothing but more or less the Uttar Pradesh area. The Awadhi cuisine, like uh, street food, tunde kebab, biryani, kurmas, etc., etc. This particular city, Lucknow, is quite famous for it. And it also reflects the composite Ganga Jamuna culture. Now, what does it mean by composite Ganga Jamuna culture? It means the place where both Hindu and Muslim people they are living together. So Ganga it reflects Hindu religion and Jamuna means Yamuna it reflects the Islam religion. Now why so Jamuna or Yamuna is reflecting the Islam religion because you might be knowing be it Delhi or be it Agra, it is located on the bank of Yamuna. And majority of the fort, majority of the killas, and majority of the citadel of the Mughal kingdom, they are belonging to either Delhi, like Red Fort, or Agra, like the Agra Fort, or Fatehpur Sikri, which is near to the Agra. Okay, so that's why the Yamuna, it reflects the Islam religion, and Ganga, it reflects the Hindu religion. So this particular keyword you can use in your ethics paper as well as in your essay paper as well. Fine. Now, UNESCO, this organization is very important for you people with respect to the prelims and mains examination, because many times the question have got asked from the UNESCO. Even in the mains examination in 2018, there was a question regarding the UNESCO. And that question was saying, during that particular time, uh, uh, at that time, Trump was there as the prime president of the USA. So the Trump had said that the USA would come out of the UNESCO. And the Trump had persuaded Israel as well to come out of the UNESCO. So the main question was asking what would be the impact if the USA like country, who used to be the major donor for the UNESCO, would come out of the UNESCO. So that was the main questions which had got asked. Okay, so once you would be learning all this kind of thing, automatically the analytical capability will get developed inside your mind. So the UNESCO, there is one program under the UNESCO that is Creative City Network. Creative means that particular city which is famous with respect to some specific characteristic. Okay, for an example, if you would visit Pune, that is famous with respect to education. If you would be visiting Bangalore, that is famous as a garden city. If you would be visiting Chennai, that is quite famous with respect to the classical Carnatic music. Okay, so this kind of cities are being tagged as a creative city. So with respect to the gastronomy, the Hyderabad was the very first city, and now the Lucknow has been designated as a creative city. Okay, now when we talk about this particular network, creative city network, many times the UPSC plays with this year as well. This particular network has got established in year 2004. Okay, that you need to remember. Now, which are those particular cities which are there in this particular creative city network? So that you need to remember for the prelims point of view. These are those cities. Like once you would be visiting Pink City, that is Jaipur. It is famous with respect to craft and folk arts. So whenever you would be visiting from the streets of Jaipur, like from the streets of Hawa Mahal, Amir Palace, and all, you would be finding large number of shops having crafts and folk arts. If you would be visiting Varanasi, which is said to be the oldest city of human civilization, okay, the Varanasi is quite famous with respect to music, specifically Hindustani music. Then I was talking you about the Chennai. Chennai is quite famous with respect to music, but which kind of music? The Carnatic music. Hindustani music, Carnatic music, you all will be learning this particular thing in your art and culture paper. Okay. And even in the prelims examination, many number of times the question have got asked with respect to Hindustani music and Carnatic music. Even in the interview, if you people are that kind of people who love to play music, who love to have dance, so this kind of question used to get asked. In one of my DAF, I had written that I have got prize with respect to the dance. So the interviewer had asked me regarding the origin of dance. So all of you people might be knowing, or those who might not be knowing, just listen this particular thing, the dance and music, because here music is also mentioned, that dance and music have its origin from Natya Shastra. So this particular book, which has been written in 4th century BC, both music and dance having its origin from it. So even in the interview, the question used to get asked. Apart from this, Mumbai is famous as a film city. All of you know, Bollywood is there. Then recently we have discussed Hyderabad. It is famous for the gastronomy. Srinagar, based in Jammu and Kashmir. It is famous for craft and folk arts. I think Suraya is there. Our student, she is from Srinagar. So that particular place is quite famous with respect to craft and folk arts. Then Kozhikode in Kerala, one of the first district of India, which is having the 100% literacy, that is the Kozhikode in Kerala, that is famous with respect to the literature. Then Gwalior in Madhya Pradesh, it is famous with respect to the music. So you might be knowing Tansen or Mia Tansen. He belonged from that Gwalior Gharana only. Then recently we have discussed Lucknow, that is famous with respect to the gastronomy. That you need to remember. Okay, fine. Thereafter, Fine. So thereafter, we are going to see some fact-based information which is important for your prelims point of view. Like this particular song, that is Amar Sonar Bangla. So when we were discussing regarding Vande Mataram, 150 years of Vande Mataram, I told you, Mr. Rabindranath Tagore or Rabindranath Tagore is the only person of the world who has given a national anthem to two different countries. One is India, that is in the form of Vande Mataram, and second to the Bangladesh in the form of Amar Sonar Bangla. So just like Vande Mataram ke, 150 years has got completed, sorry, slip of tongue. He has given Janagana Mana as a national anthem for India, okay, and Amar Sonar Bangla as a national anthem for the Bangladesh. Okay, it was slip of tongue, while the Vande Mataram is our national song. So just like the Vande Mataram has completed 150 years, in the same way, Amar Sonar Bangla has completed 120 years. Okay. Now this particular song was written and composed by Rabindranath Tagore or Tagore in 1905 during the Swadeshi movement. It is this particular movement has got started. Many times in the prelims examination, they used to ask why it has got started. So the Swadeshi movement, it has got started in 1905 in order to oppose the partition of Bengal in 1905. Okay. So the partition of Bengal, it has got declared in 1904 by Lord Curzon, but it came into execution from 1905. According to that partition plan, the Bengal has got partitioned into uh, East Bengal and rest of the Bengal. Okay, in order to divide that particular Bengal into Hindu majority state and Islam majority state. That was a part of divide and rule policy of the Britishers. Now, apart from this, what you need to remember, this particular song has been adopted as national anthem of Bangladesh in 1971. Why in 1971? Because you all people know that the Bangladesh has got liberated in the year 1971. See, because of some technical issue today, I'm not able to switch on the camera. Okay, but we would be having that particular issue resolved. And from tomorrow onwards, we would be having a camera on as well. So what I'm trying to convey to you is that Bangladesh national anthem, it has got accepted. This particular song, Amar Sonar Bangla. Okay. Why in 1971? Because the Bangladesh has got liberated from Pakistan in 1971 itself. Okay. So that you need to remember. Apart from this, you need to remember this particular aspect, that is Bali Yatra festival. Now, one of the picturesque state in India, in the eastern part, it is the Odisha. So recently in Odisha, a very famous festival has got celebrated. The name of the festival is Bali Yatra Festival. Okay. Now, why it is particular famous? From Bali, you can remember this particular festival. Bali, it is an island in Indonesia. It is one of the largest island of the Indonesia. So this particular yatra, in Odisha we call it as a jatra, ya jatra. So this particular festival, that is Bali Jatra or Bali Yatra, it reflects or it commemorates the maritime trade. Maritime trade का मतलब होता है समुद्री व्यापार. Maritime trade between Odisha and Bali, that is in Indonesia. At the same time, it reflects the cultural exchange, means culture का आदान प्रदान होना, संस्कृति का आदान प्रदान होना between Odisha and the Bali. Okay, so that you need to remember. Rest of the thing is not that much important. Only the thing which is important for is the Mahanadi. So Mahanadi is that particular river. For the geographical mapping point, please all of you remember कि it has its origin in Chhattisgarh. So if you would look toward the map, so suppose this is a Chhattisgarh, and here you would be finding Odisha. So near to Raipur, there is a place called as Sihava. There is a place called as Sihava. So from Sihava, there is a origin of Mahanadi. Then Mahanadi moves like this, and then it enters into the Odisha. And from Odisha, then it enters into the Bay of Bengal. So that used to be the trajectory of Mahanadi River. On Mahanadi rivers, one of the largest dam has been established on that particular Mahanadi river. That you need to remember. Apart from this, for your ancient history point of view, Odisha is that particular place, which is also known as Kalinga. So you people might be knowing about the Battle of Kalinga. It was that particular battle in which in which the king Ashoka had said that violence is enough. Now he would be entering into some non-violence kind of pact. So that is the Kalinga. And Kalinga is nothing but the Odisha, the region of Odisha. So for the art and culture point of view, for the ancient history point of view, it becomes important. Thereafter, the next important topic for you is Sio Malabar Church. Okay. Now, please remember that particular thing, ki where this particular church is located. It is located in New Delhi. Now, why it is particular famous? Okay, because this particular church is having its origin to a very famous saint, that is Saint Thomas. Okay, so it is being said that the Saint Thomas had visited India between 42th century AD and 72 century AD. Now, please remember why I'm telling you this particular thing with so much of pressure, because I think in 2020 or 2021 prelims, okay, there was one option was given regarding when the Saint Thomas had visited India. ठीक है, एक ऑप्शन दिया हुआ था जिसमें सेंट थॉमस कब इंडिया में आया था इसके बारे में मेंशन किया गया था. And that's why I'm putting too much of pressure with respect to this particular keyword. Okay, so that is important for you with respect to the prelims point of view. Okay, so the only that much is important. Beyond that, it's not that much important. Okay, then we would be moving toward the next topic, that is Deomagra Mata Temple. Okay, now for you, please remember the location. This particular Deomagra Mata Temple, it is located in Rajpipala in Gujarat. So whenever Prime Minister of India visit any particular temple, it becomes important for you. Like he visited once Somnath Temple, and I think in 2019 or 2020 prelims examination, there was a question with respect to the Somnath Temple. So whichever temple our Honorable Prime Minister visits, it becomes very important for them. It becomes very important for you people with respect to the prelims. Okay. Rest of the thing is not that much important. You can skip the rest of the thing as well. Okay. Thereafter, the Sangai festival. Sangai is a name of a dancing deer. Please remember, all across the world, there is only one place is there where you would be finding this particular dancing deer, and it is in the Kibul Lamjaw National Park in Manipur. It is located in the Loktak Lake. Loktak Lake is also known as a floating lake. So suppose if you'd be looking toward this particular lake, if you would see the video of this particular lake, you would be finding it floating. So whenever this particular Sangai deer, it walks on that particular lake, it feels like that this particular Sangai deer is dancing. And that's why this particular deer is also said to be the dancing deer. Every year in a state, Manipur, 10-day cultural event are being organized, and that particular event is said to be the Sangai festival. Okay, so that you need to remember. Many times in the examination, this question have got asked. I think in 2013 prelims or in 2012 prelims, there was a question regarding the location of the Kibul Lamjaw National Park. So all of you, please remember, just outside the Imphal, that is the capital of Manipur, you would be finding this Loktak Lake, and in this Loktak Lake, you would be finding this Kibul Lamjaw National Park. That you need to remember. And it is the world's only floating national park. I think this was the question in 2013 or 12 prelims examination. The world's only floating national park is, okay, the four options had been given. So if the national park or wildlife sanctuary, if it is located in seven sisters or eight sisters of the northeastern India, like Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, then it becomes very, very important for you. Because if you analyze the trend of the UPSC, after every alternate year, there is to be one sure short question, either from national park or wildlife sanctuary, from these seven sisters or eight sisters, okay, which are there in the northeastern part of the country. That you need to remember. Okay. So, okay, today we will keep it till here. If you would be still, we have 7 minutes left. Okay. If you would be having any specific question or query, you can ask me the same, because I have another class from 7. Otherwise, it would happen that I might not be able to interact with you people. So if you would be having any specific question or query, either you can put it into the chat box, or you can uh, directly ask me by unmuting yourself. Yes, any specific question or query, please tell me. Meanwhile, I would be providing this recording as well in the group, in the Telegram group as well. Okay. Yes. Any specific question, any query, please ask me. Yeah, welcome, Suma. Yeah, Fumris, yes, Suma. That जो कीबुल लमजो नेशनल पार्क है, लोकटक लेक है, उसके ऊपर जो काई टाइप की, काई यू माइट बी नोइंग, एक एल्गी एल्गी टाइप का जो एक स्ट्रक्चर तैयार होता है, उसको हम फुमड़ी कहते हैं। ठीक है, तो दिस कीवर्ड ऑल्सो यू प्लीज रिमेंबर, ऑल ऑफ यू पीपल प्लीज रिमेंबर, फुमड़ी। ठीक है, दैट इज नथिंग बट वन काइंड ऑफ अल्गल फ्लोट, एल्गी का एक फ्लोइंग सिस्टम, इकोसिस्टम होता है, राइट? Okay, any other specific question or query on your part, you can ask me the same. Yes, still we have 3-4 minutes left because I have another class from 7. That's why today we are just having half an hour class. Tomorrow we would be having full-fledged 1 hour class. So if you would be having any specific question or query, you can ask me. Shrishti is asking me, sir, regarding current war going on, what are the important things we have to study for prelims? What is to happen, na Shrishti? You try to understand the thinking of UPSC. जो चीज इस साल काफी ज्यादा न्यूज में है, वो यूपीएससी इस साल नहीं पूछता, वो अगले साल पूछता है। ठीक है, तो ऑब्वियसली वी शुड ट्राई टू रीड, वी शुड ट्राई टू लर्न रिगार्डिंग दैट पर्टिकुलर वॉर, बट एट द बैक ऑफ द माइंड mentality of the UPSC कि they, there is only 10% possibility that they might be asking from this particular section. Now, next year, what they would be asking? They would be asking you regarding the location. Okay, like they would be asking just whenever you would be listening about any particular country, open the atlas and mark that particular country on the atlas. Okay, for an example, if you hear about the Bahrain attack on Bahrain, then see on the map where the Bahrain is located, where the Kuwait is located, where the UAE is located, what are the different countries which are there surrounding that particular country. ठीक है, मीन्स बहरीन के आजू बाजू कौन है, कुवैत के आजू बाजू कौन है, दिस थिंग। अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस व्हाट यूपीएससी में आस्क यू दिस पर्टिकुलर थिंग कि अब ईरान इतनी सारी मिसाइल अटैक कर रहा है, दे मे आस्क यू कि मिसाइल को कंट्रोल करने से रिलेटेड हमारे पास कुछ ट्रीटी है क्या, ग्लोबल पैक्ट है क्या, लाइक ऑस्ट्रेलियन ग्रुप इस टाइप के कुछ है, या इंटर कॉन्टिनेंटल बैलिस्टिक मिसाइल को रोकने के लिए ग्लोबल लेवल पे कोई ट्रीटी है क्या। अभी हम बात कर रहे थे न्यूक्लियर अटैक करने की भी, तो न्यूक्लियर अटैक करने से रिलेटेड ग्लोबल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है IAEA, इंटरनेशनल एटॉमिक एनर्जी एजेंसी। देन यू पीपल मस्ट रीड अबाउट दैट इंटरनेशनल एटॉमिक एनर्जी एजेंसी। ठीक है, तो मतलब हमें कंट्री कंट्री के आजू बाजू जो भी बॉर्डर कंट्रीज है उनकी लोकेशन, उसके आजू बाजू जो भी वाटर बॉडीज है उनकी लोकेशन, जैसे पर्शियन गल्फ, स्ट्रेट ऑफ हॉर्मोज, रेड सी, इनकी लोकेशन को स्केच पेन से मार्क करना है। इसके अलावा इनसे रिलेटेड जो भी ग्लोबल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, ग्लोबल ट्रीटी है, ठीक है, उनसे रिलेटेड भी हम हमें चीज़ों को रीड करना है। ठीक है, तो जैसे MTCR है ना, मिसाइल टेक्नोलॉजी कंट्रोल रेजिम, ये एक ट्रीटी है ग्लोबल लेवल पे, MTCR करके। ठीक है, तो इस टाइप की ट्रीटी आप पढ़ सकते हो। न्यूक्लियर से रिलेटेड IAEA वगैरह जो भी है, या NPT है, नॉन प्रोलिफरेशन ट्रीटी है, इसको आप पढ़िए। दिस आर ऑल इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर योर प्रीलिम्स पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, राइट? Shrishti is asking, कि sir, I connected Kapil sir. Regarding this, he said map specific question are important ones. So should we give the location more importance? Yes, I told you that particular thing. Okay. Then Suraj is asking me, sir, as UN was developed to stop Third World War, but it's going on. So the UN objective has failed. Can we say that? Yes, the UN objective has largely failed because whenever it comes with respect to the superpower, the United Nations is not taking that much action. बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू द वीक कंट्रीज लाइक इन अफ्रीका, ठीक है, छोटी मोटी कंट्रीज लड़ाई लड़ती है तो UN एकदम सुपर बॉस की तरह सामने आता है, उनको डांटता है, धमकाता है, ठीक है, एक्सेट्रा। बट when it comes to the superpower like USA, European countries and all, the United Nation becomes a mute spectator. So obviously, we can say the United Nation has largely failed in the current circumstances. Okay, fine. Okay, so we would be keeping it till here, okay, because it's 6:59. I have another class from 7. So we would be meeting tomorrow with Uh, yeah, with all the current affairs and all. And recording, I would be providing you into the Telegram group. Thank you so much. Take care. God bless you all.